So, let's do a proper Pokemon TCG unboxing, yeah! You know, I wasn't planning on getting one of these, but this was marked down to 20 bucks at Eevee Games. This was originally 40. And then through, because I have one of their weird edge cards, apparently, I got another few bucks off, except I had to actually get the manager in there, even though they have the price on there. It was very weird, but then again, Eevee Games is probably not going to be around anymore in 2 or so years, so regardless, dying companies aside, let's talk about this. This is the Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee Pokeball collection. It comes with another Pokeball, some Pokemon TCG stuff, a really cute figure, and for less than half the original selling price here in Canada, I had to definitely pick this up, especially since I got this after going to see Detective Pikachu for a second time. The movie's great, by the way. You should go watch Detective Pikachu if you haven't. But before I ramble on, today on Master Trainer, we're going to be opening this Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It doesn't say Let's Go on here, but it's very obviously the time with Let's Go Pokeball collection. So let's do it. So let's open this thing up. Yeah, it's rather massive. It takes up my entire little table that I usually use for unboxing. My table with my Ditto blanket on here. I got this right here from Epic Games in Quadra Village in Victoria, by the way. But anyways, so here we have the pack itself. It's still wrapped in foil. On the front it says Pikachu and Eevee Pokeball Collection. We can see 2 special promo cards in there, or I guess you can kind of see if there's not too much glare. We have the actual figure, the Pokeball. At the top we have kind of a little showcase of what we're getting with the figure and 5 different TCG packs. We have our cute little guys over here. We have them over here as well. Have y'all been seeing that meme where it's like someone made a counterpart logo for Detective Pikachu involving District Attorney Eevee? Thought it was cute. Kind of a blank bottom. And then on the back, what does it say on the back right here? Well, it says 2 great friends ready to go. Or should I say, let's get ready to go? Pikachu and Eevee join up in the Pokemon TCG Pikachu and Eevee Pokeball collection. This collection features 2 all-time favorite Pokemon and a joyous, beautifully sculpted figure and 2 new foil promo cards. A great addition to any collection. Plus the Pokeball has a secret compartment inside that holds up to 60 Pokemon TCG cards. What I'm kind of wondering is, can you actually put the figure inside the Pokeball? I think that'd be kind of cute. And of course, since this is now going to be the 4th, I guess, Pokeball thing I own, we're going to have to see at the very end how this stacks up to the rest of them. So inside we have 1 figure of Pikachu and Eevee playing together, 2 never before seen promo cards. Lies, you can clearly see them right there. 1 Pokeball big enough to hold a stack of Pokemon TCG cards, 5 booster packs, and a code for the online game, which of course, as always, is going to you, because that's what I like to give my viewers. So let's open this thing up. Wow, you can tell this was sitting there for a while. Oh, that's nice. The actual thing comes off. So let's see if this box can actually be saved, you know, or if it will be ruined like with most other Pokemon TCG things when you open it up. And then, of course, I've decided as well that when I actually show any cards that I think are cool or worth anything or whatnot, I'm going to actually start displaying the actual value of them instead of just saying it, and of course playing the Gunstar Heroes jingle if I get any good pulls. Let's see. Oh, nope. You cannot open it without destroying it, so I guess that's that. So far the only one I found like that is that Detective Pikachu Mewtwo case file that I got. But anyways, here we go. In this nice plastic enclosure, 3 layers thick, so here we go. We can remove the Pokeball. 4 layers thick, wow, this is really well done. The only issue is if you look closely, you can kind of see that the cards are being bent slightly. That's kind of a common thing with a lot of Pokemon TCG stuff. There we go, 3rd layer of plastic off. So first things first, we have our foil Pikachu promo card. Look at that. That's actually really cool, really neat little card. He knows Pika Shield, which prevents him from being paralyzed, and Static Shock. So, that's just a really cool little Pikachu, and he can go right back here. There we go. And then we have an Eevee. I really like this little Eevee. Look at that. I love these foil cards. And Eevee has Energy Evolution. When you attach a basic energy card from your hand to this Pokemon during your turn, thank you, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon that is the same type as energy card and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck, and also known as Quick Draw. Flip a coin of heads, draw a card. So, not bad, as I don't play much of the TCG anymore. I'm mainly here just to collect, but that's not half bad. And then of course we have the actual figure itself, which feels quite nice. It reminds me of some of the promo figures from like when I used to pre-order like HeartGold and SoulSilver and Platinum. I like that. That's a nice little figure actually. And here, that can go on top of my cards here, act like a paperweight. So I'm assuming then that the actual card packs are inside the Pokeball, which, would this one actually open up? This feels quite a bit heftier than the other TCG tin. Like the other TCG tin I unboxed was kind of a weak feeling. Oh, that has a little card holder. That's not bad. Alright, so let's pull those out and now, yeah, look at that. It can fit inside. That's neat. I don't think that's what they intended, but look at that. We have that. And what's inside? Is it a Pikachu? Is it an Eevee? No, it's both a Pikachu and an Eevee. That's not bad. It's clearly just hollow underneath that. Not as nice as that, what was that, movie 2000 Pokeball I have, but yeah, so actually for now, let's put this over here and let's give you the first code that we have for the Pokemon TCG online game. Let's see, we have a Steam Siege, we have a Burning Shadows, a Celestial Storm, and 2 Lost Thunder. So let's kind of do a full circle thing. Let's start with the Lost Thunder and then with the Lost Thunder. So, I'm not too familiar with this set. Have fun. Enjoy your code card. Alright, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. Energy. Yep, fighting energy right there. Alright, so we have I should really be more careful with this. We have a mixed herbs, a Stantler, a Morty. Oh, you know, funny I got a Morty because they just announced Rick and Morty Season 4 today. Nice. We have a Blitzel, a Slowpoke, a Bruxish, a Larvitar, a Carbink, a Pineco. Ooh, I like that Pineco. Nice. Reverse Pineco boy, I like that. And a Pyroar, not bad. So not bad at all. Look at that grass. I love how that grass looks on there. It's a simple thing, but I find it very visually appealing. So now let's open up our, what's this, X and Y Steam Siege pack. So let's open that up. The pack's got a little crumpled when they were in the Pokeball, but that's fine. Here is your code card. Okay, so let's, I think this might have been before they guaranteed an energy in every pack. So let's do this. We have a Steelix Spirit Link, which, okay. We have a Clank, Clang, that's what it's called. A Special Charge, a Chimchar boy, a Nidoqueen, a Clauncher, a Fletchling, a Hoppip, and ooh, an Avalugg as a reverse, and oh, Gardevoir EX. Not bad at all. Yeah, Gardevoir can just go back here. No, that was a good pull. That was super good. Oh, love that. So next up, we have Burning Shadows with a Necrozma on the front. So let's open this up. There we go. Alright, here is your code card. Have fun. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. Energy. Alright, so we have a Heatmore, a Lana, a what is this? Tormenting Spray. There we go. Oh, so it's like using a spray bottle on a cat, I guess. We have a Tangela. We have a Tynamo. A Crabrawler. I love this guy. takes forever to evolve him into Crabominable, but I loved using this guy when I played through. I think that was my Moon playthrough. Inkay, Ladybug, Lunatona's Reverse, and Heracross. Yeah. So there we go. So next up we have a Sun and Moon Celestial Storm pack. Neat. Let's open this up. Oh. Really gotta put your back into it, or something like that. So we have a code card for the online game. Have fun. 1, 2, 3. Energy. There you go. Alright, so we have a Mawile, a Pokemon that well deserved its Mega Evolution. Illumise. Plusle, even though there's a Minun next to it. A Whismur. A Cacnea, a Love Disc, a Trico, a Skitty. Nice, I like Skitty. Another Skit. Look at that. 2 very similar cards right there. Oh my. And a Registeel. Ooh, I know that's... No, it's not hollow or anything, but I don't know. I like Registeel. Yeah. I don't know, just because I like it, yeah, you can go over there next to Gardevoir. Because I like you. You're cool. We finally have our last Lost Thunder pack. So what's inside? Well, let's open that up. Here is the last code card for today. Have fun. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Energy card. I think that's a fairy energy. Alright, and we have a Baba, who was a real creepy dude from the Sun Moon games. A Sightseer, a tourist, if you will. We have a Delibird, a Hoppip, a Pikapek, a Durant, a Cubchoo. Wow, 2 bits of Gen 5 love. A Phanpy, best boy, love Phanpy. A Mareep, and a Shaman. Ooh, that's, yeah, that, what a graphic, look at that. Not like a super special Shaman, but yeah, I like that Shaman. I'm down for that. So yeah, I like all of these. We have our promos. These are the 5 real neat cards we got from here. We have our promo Pikachu and Eevee, our Gardevoir EX, a Registeel that I just plain like, and a Shaman. So you know what? No complaints from me. Now to end off this video, let's rank to see where this Pokeball falls with the other Pokeballs. Now, I'd say that by far the worst feeling one of them is still the basic Pokeball TCG tin that you can get for like 10 bucks, which, not surprised, but it feels very cheap. Gosh, it's just been sitting on the shelf and even has a minor ding in it now. That said though, because this one was clearly just made as a hollow ball and not meant to hold cards, I actually think that this is the best one to put our Pikachu and Eevee figure in. You know, put that in there. It has a nice little place to sit in the bottom. You can open up and look in and see them both sitting there as long as it's balanced correctly. So that's neat. From there, I'd say the second worst feeling one is this one that the puzzle came in. That said, this one just has to function as like a puzzle container. And if you haven't seen that video on the Pokemon X and Y puzzle, you should. So even though this one doesn't have any protrusions like the other one does, it just feels better built. But then I'd say this one right here is actually the second best one. And it's really nice because it does have that slot to hold a properly sized deck. It's really cool. It has like these little air holes on the back, I guess you want to put an animal in it. But no, it feels really good, and it's by far the biggest of them as well. Like, here's your standard 10 over here, and here's the Pikachu and Eevee one, which is neat. Of course though, since the figure is in the other 10, for this one I decided to just put some scattered Yu-Gi-Oh cards I had lying around. And for those wondering, I'm not really into Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, but I have managed to get a few cards. By far though, the best feeling Pokeball is still the one from the one that I got from Jenny that I think was to coincide with Movie 2000. Yes, it's not a perfect ball. It has a stand, it has an obvious hinge. But an obvious hinge is there for a reason, because look at that. It just opens up like so, and it has this really neat gold card. So the Pikachu and Eevee 10, not the best of them, but it's good. It's very good. I'm not sure if what you got with that would be worth 40 bucks, but if you see your own GameStop or EB Games clearing out for 15 to 20 bucks, sure, do it. That said, this was really cool. Pokemon Let's Go is fun. I'm an Eevee boy. I like Eevee. Pikachu's cool. Detective Pikachu is good. I'm rambling. What's your favorite Pokemon TCG set from the past 5 years? What are your thoughts on Pokemon Let's Go? Let me know down in the comment section below. I guess along with your thoughts on Detective Pikachu, since that's new at the making of this video. So anyways, with that, this was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, or even not like this, I typically focus more on the Pokemon games, and why not subscribe to Master Trainer, or share this video out with the world. But with that, I'll see you next time.